Alright, we're going to give up praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, Bashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostle of GMS that rule as well. And peace, blessing, salutation to Yakim out there pushing forth this truth and sincerity that's laboring and striving and wanting to get the hell up out of this captivity and this bondage and stop seeing wickedness. Going to do this about what you see here. Nipsey Hussle. Now here it is. You had everybody crying, and they had this the hell you call that shit, memorial, whatever the hell you want to call it. That shit was even out here in Virginia. Yeah, I believe in different parts of Virginia. Everybody, was burning goddamn candles and all that type of bullshit. To this guy, Nipsey Hussle. But here it is, you had somebody, here it is, they vandalized his image. And the point of this lesson is going to be because this is what happens to the wicked. This is why you chase an uncorruptible crown opposed to chasing a corruptible crown. Here it is, this man came and died. And his picture, image, whatever the fuck you want to call it, not be vandalized. You see that the dude he got hit for it, whatever. But the point is, that crown, that his achievements or his rap music, his career and all that, which he tried to achieve and push for and gain and that he wanted, out of all of this, you can't, pretty much die. You can't die and get no respect. And I'm gonna start off with these scriptures here. It says Proverbs 10:7. I know brothers that got any more they can post. It says Proverbs 10:7. The memory of the just is blessed. And I have what I'm gonna bring forth is in the latter parts of Sirach, which when you are a man of honor, which a man that have devoted his life to Yahweh Shah, here it is. These books being written 2000s of years ago, and we still speak about these men in 2021. That should show you something right there. That those men died in the right spirit. They died serving Yahweh Shah, and they were given a name. What is it? I want to find it. But Proverbs 10:7. The memory of the just is blessed, but the name of the wicked shall rot. So, you had a guy that came about that said, yo, you know what? Fuck Nipsey Hussle. I'm going to vandalize his shit. So, he didn't give a damn about Nipsey Hussle, And here it is, you had everybody that cried and teared and was mourning for this guy. Again, you had all types of get-togethers, so-called, to mourn for this guy. And then it all just disappeared, and here it is, boom, out of nowhere, dude vandalizes and disrespects his name. So this shows you, you ought to just praise Yahweh Shem Shah, because there's no honor in this place. So here it is, Jake you're trying to chase this crown, this way of acceptance, and you want this life. And here it is, the world don't even love you. There's no love in this world. There's no unity. There's no honor. There's no standard. Here it is. You can do the best for your community. You can do the best for your people, and you will have somebody that taint your name. Starting with Esau, and then your own people will believe what Esau talks and speaks on you, and then they'll go with the flow. 1 Corinthians 9:25. I'm gonna start up. So let me see. 1 Corinthians 9, and I'm gonna start at verse 24. Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? So run that ye may obtain. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it too, and Nipsey Hussle, he had his own shop. He was trying to, get the so-called Bloods and Crips together and do this and do that, the activists, whatever. But boom, but look at him. So he put in a lot of labor. He did a lot of things, but hey, he still had a nigga that came up and vandalizes, I don't know what the hell you call that thing where they, where they, pretty much his memorial, whatever the hell you want to call it. But it says, every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things, but now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown. Because again, next, now, I believe it just say, it just, his, where they got his picture at, it got vandalized again. Now since people see, and Jake is just, man, Jake don't give a fuck about you. Again, there's no love in this this place we call, Babylon, and which people, that's why you gotta ask yourself, what the fuck does Jake see in this place that they want to keep living here, and that they love this place? There's no fucking love here. And here it is, you might see more people come up and be like, man, F this, F Nipsey, and do this and do that. He was a wicked nigga. He wasn't, he wasn't in the truth. He wasn't teaching Israel. He didn't give it, he was a nigga. He said, I therefore so run, not as uncertainly so fight, not as the one that beateth the air, but I keep my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be cast away. So, the point was, which these people do in the world, they strive and they go all out. They put in, they grind, and they hustle and bustle to achieve a corruptible crown. Because here it is, all his things, all the stuff that Nipsey Hussle did. Here it is. You still had somebody that didn't give a damn about his name. Bear with me one moment. I'm going to, matter of fact, bear with me one moment. Hebrews 11. Bear with me one moment. It says Hebrews 11, and now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, for by it the elders obtain a good report. Jump down. Well, as you can see, by faith, and this is the benefits of having faith and doing, and having faith upon Yahweh Shem Shah. I'm gonna jump down. As you can see, sit here and see, by faith Abel, by faith Enoch, by faith Noah, by faith Abraham. And again, we still talk about these men to this very day. Let me see, Salaki. Bear with me one moment. I'm going to read certain parts of at the end of Sirach. So bear with me one moment. It says, I'm going to start at. It's Sirach. Let me see. Bear with me one moment. Sirach 44. It says, "Let us now praise famous men and our fathers that begot us. The Lord had wrought great glory by them through his great power from the beginning. Such as did bear rule in their kingdoms, men renowned for their power, giving counsel by their understanding and declaring prophecies. Leaders of the people by their counsels and by their knowledge of learning meet for the people. Wise and eloquent are their instructions, such as found out musical tunes and recited verses in writing. Rich men furnished with ability, living peacefully in their habitations. All these were honored in their generation and were the glory of their times. And there be of them that have left a name behind them, that their praises might be reported." And here it is. "And some there be which have no memorial, who are perished, and though they had never been, and are become as though they had never been born, and their children after them." Because what? Because you had some of them that were wicked as hell. But you know, the ones the righteous, in these men that we that the ones that are from what is it, chapter 44 1 through, this is through 8. These are the ones that we talk about to this very day. That's our forefathers. um Let me see. It says yeah, but these were merciful men whose righteousness have not been forgotten. With their seed shall continue to remain a good inheritance, and their children are within the covenant. Their seed standeth fast, and their children for their sakes. Their seed shall remain forever, and their glory shall not be blotted out. Their bodies are buried in peace, but their name liveth forevermore. The people will tell of their wisdom, and their congregation will show forth their praise. So, here it is. You don't have people that's defiling, or um you got people that's trying to dig up the bones of Joshua, Caleb. Um, I believe it, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. I forgot. I forgot which one it was. Salaki. But pretty much, you don't have people that's out there trying to say, yo, King David was this, King Solomon was this, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Obadiah. They're not being, their names are not being defiled. It's no, you're not, you don't see nobody. Yeah, this is the tomb um Daniel, or the three holy children, and now I'm gonna defile it, or I'm gonna burn it. You don't see that. But it says that Enoch pleased the Lord and was translated, being an example of repentance to all generations. Noah was found perfect and righteous in the time of wrath. He was taken in exchange for the world. Therefore was he left a remnant unto the earth when the flood came. It says, "And an everlasting covenant was made with them, that all flesh should perish no more by the flood. Abraham was a great father of many people, and glory was there none like unto him, who kept the law of the Most High and was in covenant with them. He established the covenant in his flesh, And when he was approved, he was found faithful. Um, Therefore he assured him by an oath that he would bless the nations in his seed, and that he would multiply him as the dust of the earth, and exalt his seed as the stars, and cause them to inherit from sea to sea, and that's Israelites, and from the river unto the utmost part of the land. With Isaac did he establish likewise for Abraham his father's sake the blessing of all men, and the covenant, and made it rest upon the head of Jacob. And I'm going to jump down. It says, and he brought out of him a merciful man which found favor in the sight of all flesh, even Moses, beloved of Yahweh and men, whose memorial is blessed. He made him like to the glorious saints, and magnified him, so that his enemies stood Salaki in fear of him. It says, by his words he caused the wonders to cease, and he made him glorious in the sight of kings, and gave him a commandment for his people, and showed him part of the glory. I'm going to jump down. Bear with me one moment. All right, this is Sirach 46. It's jumping around, showing you the great men and their reward, and showing you that their name, he left their memorial to be blessed. As you can clearly see, Nipsey Hussle memorial wasn't. It was dishonored. Why? Because he was wicked. It says Sirach 46. This is Joshua the son of Navi was valiant in the wars, and was the successor of Moses in prophecies, who according to his name was made great for the saving of the elect of Yahweh, and taking vengeance of the enemies that rose up against them, that might set Israel in their inheritance. How great glory got he when he did lift up his hands, and stretched out his sword against the cities, who before him so stood to it, for the Lord himself brought his enemies unto him. Did not the sun go back by his means, and was not one day as long as two? Jumping down, 47, jumping to 47, and King and after him rose up Nathan to prophesy in the time of David. As is the fat taken away from the peace offering, so was David chosen out of the children of Israel. He played with lions as with kids, and with bears as with lambs. Slew he not a giant when he was yet but young, and did he not take away reproach from the people, when he lifted up his hand with the stone of his sling, and beat down the boasting of Goliath? And here it is, in this very book, we're speaking about the greatness of our forefathers, which left a name that we're going to be forever, a righteous name that we're going to read about, which is going to be forever. Even in the kingdom, you're going to hear about it. And the same thing for us. Lord's will, we are those men that our names will be written in the book of life. We're going to be hearing about our great deeds and our acts, even in the kingdom. But hey, like I always say, one thing I always say, you don't hear about, as you can clearly see, there's a lot of wicked ass niggas out here today. And I'm pretty sure it was a lot of wicked ass niggas way before these kingdoms, before this one. You don't hear nothing about them. Why? Because their names were blotted out. Salaki. Salaki. Jumping down. This is 48. Then stood up Elias the prophet as fire, and his word burned like a lamp. He brought a sore famine upon them, And by his zeal he diminished their number. By the word of the Lord he shut up the heaven, and also 3 times brought down fire. O Elias, how wast thou honored in thy wondrous deeds? Who made glory like unto thee? Who didst raise up a dead man from death, and his soul from the place of the dead by the word of the Most High? Who brought us kings to destruction, and honorable men from their bed? Who heard us the rebuke of the Lord in Sinai and in Horeb in the judgment of vengeance? Who anointed his kings to take revenge and prophets to succeed after him? Who was taken up in a whirlwind, a so-called UFO of fire, and in a chariot of fiery horses? Who was ordained for reproof in their time to pacify the wrath of the Lord's judgment before it break forth into fury, and to turn the heart of the father unto the son, and to restore the tribes of Jacob. Blessed are they that saw thee and slept in love, for we shall surely live. Jumping down. "49. The remembrance of Josiah is like the composition of the perfume that is made by the art of apothecary. It is sweet as honey in all mouths, and as music as the banquet of wine." And again, as you can see, of Slaki, as you go down to the latter chapters of Sirach, it talks about the great men, how honorable they were. It talks about Ezekiel, Zerubbabel, um, Simon the high priest, um, let me see. Yeah, Con. It's like just reading. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. As you can clearly see, by the righteous acts and the faithful acts and the deeds that our forefathers did, we are still talking of their great acts of what they did to this day. As the scripture says, damn it, the scriptures before the scriptures were written. Let me just get it. Romans 15:4. For whatsoever thing were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scripture might have hope. And this is why their names and their great deeds were written and mentioned of for this very day. And the reason of that was because they were righteous men, you know. Somebody that was given an example to us and that we could look forward to, and to be in great leaders that we can look up to. For in this present day, we can look forward to. We can look up to Nipsey Hussle. We can look up for niggas like that, Pimp C or Big L. These celebrity niggas, and these other fucking jakes that fucking died and perished. To try to chase a crown. Now here it is. We understand we're trying to chase, and we want an uncorruptible crown given to us by Yahweh Shah himself, and we can't look up to these fucking niggas that died for nothing. That's pretty much what they fucking died for. They died for absolutely nothing. But our people, our forefathers that stood up and died for the faith and for Yahweh Shah, for Yahweh Shah, they died for something. They died for that uncorruptible crown. And that's why we speak about those men to this very day. And those will with that, y'all were edified, and with that, say shalom.